Alright, try this one more time. It stopped on me. Today we're going to talk about isosceles triangles and equilateral triangles. But first, the isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle has at least two congruent sides. Notice the term at least. That means if it has three congruent sides, still isosceles. Right? Congruent sides are saw legs. Angles formed by the legs are called the vertex. Side opposite the vertex is the base. And the angles that have the base as a side are base angles. Alright. So let's go ahead and make one. We're going to follow this. It says do your work, use a straight edge to draw an angle, and we're going to label it A. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a little dot there. I'm going to call that A. I'm going to draw an angle right here. Alright. And it says use a compass to place a point on the vertex and draw an arc that intersects both. So I'm going to place my point on the vertex. I'm going to draw an arc that intersects both. So what we're going to know is that the distance from here to here, which we're going to call B, and the distance from A to C is congruent. We're going to mark that with tick marks. So regardless of the distance here, let's go ahead and connect it. We have two congruent sides. Alright. So what that means, and I'm going to show you what it means. Alright. First it means this is a leg, and this is a leg, and this is the base. Legs, base. Alright. The angles formed by the legs right here, called a vertex. So, and these angles down here are called base angles. And base angle. So write that in. Now, the point that I'm going to show, and we're just going to make up angles down here, right? These base angles are congruent. So let's go ahead and mark those congruent. So you got two congruent legs, and across from them, the angle across from the side is always related. So I want to make one up here. I'm going to say A is 80, which makes B 50, and C 50. Alright. How do you know the triangles you constructed were isosceles triangles? They had at least two congruent sides. Now, what I would like you to do is I would like you to either use this one and actually measure the angles, right? And that's it. Write it down here, and we'll compare some tomorrow. So, last thing on this page, it says, look at your results. What conjecture can be made about the base angles B and C? Well, the base angles are congruent. So anytime you have an isosceles triangle, base angles are congruent. We're going to pause there, move on after we're done.